How's it going?
How are ya?
You ready for this?
I guess.
I'm so excited. I think it'll be, who cares? It'll be fun.
Even if it's, hey, Michael, you're muted. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be. I have no idea what to expect. So
Did you look at
more like I'm just wondering if there's going to be like three of us
that come and watch?
It's just going to be us doing it for ourselves.
Whatever. It might be. I think my dad might get on and just.
How hilarious.
I told my sister to come. So I was like, Michael, do you need a drink? Go get a drink if that will help. Okay.
Cheers.
Normal networking. I know. I feel like I need to go get something.
For sure.
You can unmute yourself, Michael, and join in the conversation if you'd like.
Not that we don't just like staring at you. He looks fine.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
So I hope you have your.
Are we recording?
We are. I just unpaused and
okay. Thank you.
the recording back up. So I hope you all have your drinks in hand. Hopefully this is going to be a fun night.
Can I go get a refill?
Go get a refill.
Just bring the bottle or
Bring
the
the
box.
bottle back. Bring some ice. Just drink out of the bottle.
The box.
That's what I have in my fridge.
So for those of you who aren't presenting tonight, which is half of you here, we are I've created some slides with topics, and Jeff, Andrea, Michael, and Amber are going to be presenting these presentations sight unseen. So these are basically the best BIers that I know. And so we're going to pick at the end of the evening who likes to sell a big bag of BS. So we're going to have 5 minutes each presentation. I'll share my screen so you can see the slides, and then they will do the presentation. At the end, we can vote. You can vote in your chat box, or you can make comments about the people in their chat box, whatever you want to do. And our criteria for your voting are content and credibility. So how, filled with content and credibility you feel. Their poise and their gestures, the flow, and then getting through all the slides. So a little bit of time management. Like I said, 5 minutes each presentation.
And you're going to move the slides, right?
Yes, you tell me when to move the slides and I will move them. Any questions, comments, concerns?
So you won't move them until we tell you.
Correct. So, in my random order, Jeff is going first.
So are we presenting this as it's a startup, or we're presenting this as just a general story, or do you?
Sure, you can make it a startup. It's a startup. One kind of has a company name. I maybe put some logos out there. There's 8 slides. The last slide is a thank you slide, or questions kind of thing. So
Can we take
Can
questions?
we ask questions?
sure, yeah.
During, or should we wait till after?
After. So I'm going to ask that everybody mutes their microphones. I guess I can probably do it if you. So mute your microphones. Jeff, you will be the first one.
Why did I not know I would be first? So.
It was random. It was just a random.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Generator. So I will. There we go, and share my screen. And we're gonna do fostering innovation through travel. And let me. All right, and I'm gonna time you. So you got 5 minutes. Okay.
All right, you tell me when to go.
All right, go ahead.
So my name's Jeff Brown, and my startup is Kumquat. Apple was already taken, so I picked another weird freak to name it after. So, how does our company foster innovation through better ways of travel? Slide, please. People often ask when you're raising money, like all startups, is, have you done a startup before? So we were instrumental in the development of improvements and innovation on the bicycle. They were one tall wheel, everybody kept falling over when they stopped. So we came up with the four-wheeled bicycle, and it was really the first innovation in a built-in airbag called the Little Woman airbag. So, if you're struck by any object, she's an automatic built-in airbag. And, and we also did find there was a huge profit margin in GPS. And so for an extra $6, we'll train your wife to tell you where to turn and give you directions constantly. Next slide, please. 95% of travel is just boring. So our idea is to try to, how do we change the world of travel that you'll be totally unprepared and you'll get out of your cushioned American life? Slide, please. We can take you anywhere you want to go. 7 billion people in the world. Everybody's our customer segment. We project our market to be about $700 billion a year. And so we'll handle all your travel needs through air, wind, and sea. Then you'll report this back to your CEO of your companies to see where you could steal innovation from other people who don't have any patent issues. Next slide, please. 55% of users agreed that we're tired of being bitched at for stealing patents. And so we think by using travel with innovation, you can steal patents from people who are clueless that they should even have any intellectual property protection. So we see where this is really easy to do. If we travel enough, nobody will ever know it was us stole it. We'll bring it back to the United States and patent it. Now, of the 100 billion people affected, so far we've had 3 people interested in investing. 2 of them are in a coma, but we've been diligently in talks with their trust fund managers, and we see some real traction there. Slide, please. This, oh, that's a good one there. So this is our chief financial officer. So he spends his days basically being bent over doing things that we really don't know what he does. So, but this is the guy that'll be in charge of your money, Mr. and Mrs. Investor. We feel good about it. Slide, please. We think we can innovate most anything, and we try to look at things from both sides of the fence. Was the dolphin first and the real leader, or was the cow the real leader in your vacation entertainment from $40 an hour for a catamaran for some guy that's been smoking weed all morning before you get on it? So, and we think the solution to this great marine animal is we can train cows. Again, with this $100 billion of investment over about 17 years, we can have cows that can serve a dual purpose of great animal vacation trips on a catamaran and what's for dinner? Beef. Slide, please. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Oh, gosh. Oh, I was not muted, was I? Does anyone have any questions?
That was good, Jeff.
Well, thank you.
Bravo. Bravo.
Hey, I teach the tech kids that if you'll give me 20 minutes on Google, I'll do a presentation on anything. Right?
You should have invited one of the Gigamunch guys to this.
Oh, yeah.
I told Tiffany to get Chris Sipe.
We got to get him next time.
That might be another option. Okay.
He's the only person I know that ever talked his way into 3686 without buying a ticket.
All right, thank you, Jeff, for that great presentation.
You're very welcome.
To
I'll
score
send my
your
contact information and of course our SEC filing so you can get your checkbook ready.
And in case those of you don't know, that's Jeff Brown, president of the Biz Foundry there. All right, Andrea, you're up next. So,
Of course I am.
all right. Amber, you're unmuted. Are you guys muted? All right, I gotta mute myself. So I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear me giggling through this presentation like you did.
Andrea, your job is to narrate Tiffany's facial expressions.
I don't think those are words that are appropriate for this setting.
We are being recorded, so.
Thank you for that reminder.
I'll keep it clean-ish. All right, so I'm here to talk to you about healthy habits today, and we actually have a brand new pill that's gonna help you stick to your diets, quit smoking, sleep better, exercise more, and wait for it, stop cussing all the frickin' time. Next slide, please. Now, I know a lot of people think that some meetings go on for too long and they're just losing brain cells the whole time. Well, when you're in that middle curve, that's when you pop your happy little pill, because besides helping you with your healthy habits, it's also gonna put a smile on your face, even when you're thinking, damn, my boss talks way too much. Slide, please. 12% of women really enjoy wearing track pants and sitting around in vegetables. Me, I'm in the 88% of that doubt. But with my little pill, you too will start doing snow angels in bell peppers and potatoes. Slide, please. So this is our former invention, which was to also help you develop healthy habits by giving you a good kick in the ass when you needed it. It turns out people didn't really enjoy that because honestly, it hurt a lot. And you have to be standing in the right position for it. So our pill is a much better solution. Slide, please. This pill will also help you with flexibility in a way that yoga absolutely never could. Ruth, the something, I can't read that, is really talented at pulling her head out of her ass. Slide, please. It's a fun idea to poison your enemies, but let's remember not to do that because you just get in trouble. So instead, give them one of our happy pills and their issues just kind of float away. Slide, please. Our problem is solved with the pills and then with the use of virtual reality to picture yourself in the situation you want to be in. As a reminder, the Eskimos used to tell us that summer's the season of inferior sledding. What's that tell us? There's a time for everything, and the time is now. So invest in our healthy habits, happy pills. Slide, please. Thanks for listening. Any questions?
So where do I buy the ass kicking machine?
Yes.
That's actually only importable from China at the moment. We had some FDA approval issues with it, and turns out those the boot will fly off and hurt people. Any more questions?
Thank you so much. What a great presentation. All right. We'll have Michael go next. All right. Ready? I'm going to mute myself again.
Okay, so thank you for joining me today for my presentation. I'm going to show you through my startup how we're going to be more productive with Up It That's right, up it. Next slide, please. You find yourself laying around dismal all day long during the quarantine? Do you find yourself sitting in uncomfortable positions in chairs? Do you find yourself badly drawn in a 20s-esque style manner? Well, listen to me further. Do you want to get rid of this? Do you want to take those barbells and get them up it? Well, let me tell you more. So really what we're talking about today, and I know that I haven't clearly explained what our startup is about, but I promise that you will get to that. But what we really want to do is we want to start talking about the data. I find that I do a lot of public presentations and public speaking around the region and around the state. And what I find is best is to really bore your audience with data first and foremost, give them a lot of stats, a lot of analytics. And then you can, once they've been lulled into a very bored state, they then start actually paying attention to you. Does that work? Who knows? But that's the truth. So let me tell you about our sales. We have significantly declining sales. Now, you would think as an investor, now that's a bad thing. No, actually, I take the Gavin Belson principle and say bad sales are good sales. So you can see on the x-axis, we have our sales, and clearly, like I said, we have the parabolic curve information that's showing that our sales have gone up, but then significantly down. We attribute that to mostly caffeine consumption. The more caffeine consumption that you intake will allow you to actually become jittery. It will make you what the doctors call ADHD, and basically you just aren't paying attention to what it is that you're doing. So more coffee and caffeine consumption, even though I don't like caffeine or coffee, I still through this business feel very strong that caffeine consumption is the baseline reason for our sales drop. So what we need you to do, next slide, is to get our sales up. And the way that we do that is also through declining happiness. So as you have by drinking your coffee and caffeine, what happens? You drink it, you have about 4 minutes of feeling everything's going to be okay, and then it's not, because you get on Facebook and then you get Instagram and Facebook reality thrown into your face, and that's never a good thing. So what we really need to do is we need to bring that line up, and therefore through bringing that line up, we will actually be able to bring our sales. And here's how we're going to do it. Next slide, please. We are going to do it by getting in impossible yoga positions. You are not alone. At least 88 million Americans right now wish that they could do this pose for many reasons that I can't explain or talk about on this call, but they want to do this. So if you invest today with our startup, I guarantee you that if you are flexible enough and if you have the motivation, you may be able to one day make this pose. Next slide, I'll tell you how to do it. You can do it by mowing in your undies with 2 beers strapped to your head. This total solution is making sure that really what you probably don't see or didn't see immediately is that there are Crocs that this gentleman is wearing. So as you are embarrassing your neighbors, embarrassing your middle school age child in the front yard, people are going to see that. They're going to become more happy. They're going to put their coffee down. They're not going to be drinking as much, and therefore our sales will definitely go up. And that is my presentation. Go to the next slide, please. If we have any questions, I'd be more than happy to field them at this point. Again, invest now with Epic. That's hard.
I was crying. I was crying.
How do you get into that yoga pose? Can you do a live demonstration for us?
Very, very carefully. So you take
Laura, could you show us?
Oh wait, he started. I saw a foot go over his head.
That's here.
The theory that if you can really
in your tidy whities.
So it's the theory that if you can really do that and teach people how to do that yoga pose, they'll never need sexual partners again.
Exactly, and therefore that's where our happiness curve, Jeff, I'll bring you back to the happiness curve. You saw that it was declining. Once you're able to achieve that that yoga pose, your happiness infinitely goes up, and therefore sales also rises.
Gotcha.
Yep. So when can you expect your check?
Oh,
This will be a good one to rewatch on the recording.
yes. All right, Amber, you ready? On that note,
No,
Don't
no,
forget to-
definitely not.
all right,
Yeah.
and we're gonna remute. Luckily, I don't think on this recording you can see my reaction, so hopefully none of you are watching me as I'm crying over here.
This is terrifying. Okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time this evening. I wanted to come and to pitch to you Skill Master. This is our educational series teaching you how to master any variety of skills that you might so need in your life. Next slide, please. 85% of garbage truck drivers are there because they did not take our class. We offer the best in education that is available to every man, every woman, regardless of your demographic. We make it super affordable, super attainable, easy to take, easy to learn, easy to master. Next slide, please. So if you've been handed shit, you know what? You can make a shit bag of money out of it. This is kind of the whole lemons and lemonade sort of a thing. You know, many of us come into this life, we don't have, you know, we're not born intelligent. We're not born with all of these skills. We have to be self-made. You know, I don't know if you guys relate to this, but for me, what I've had to learn in this life has come through education that I've learned through the School of Hard Knocks. You know, that is no longer necessary now with Skill Master. Next slide, please. Sometimes you're the donut and sometimes you're the jelly stain. And so when it comes to preparing yourself for major life changes, education is the key. So for us at Skill Master, we want to prepare you to be the master of your field. Maybe you've heard it said, you're a jack of all trades and a master of none. That's how you end up with this stain on your tie. Doesn't want to be you. Next slide. So no more crying over spilled jelly. We are here with the answer to what you need to be able to make it to the next level in your career path, in your social life, in your spiritual game up the mountain. Whatever it is that you're looking for, Skill Master can get you there. Next slide, please. Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it physical? It's probably a combination of all three. You know, Malcolm Gladwell says that it takes 10,000 hours to become a master at something. Well, what if we could condense that down to a 17-part series that you could go through to learn how to become a skill master? Doesn't that sound like a whole lot easier than 10,000 hours? Yeah, I thought so. Next slide, please. If you just splatter some paint down, you know, you could consider yourself a master. So through our classes, you could climb the ladder of success, webinar after webinar after webinar. Yes, there'll be upsells. Yes, there'll be another $27 product that you can buy. You can absolutely join our Facebook group for $9.99 a month. There's going to be things that you can master all along the way that are going to be lining our pockets, because that's how we like it here at Skill Master. Any questions? Thanks, y'all. I think I did that in like 14 seconds. That's super fun.
Yeah, Amber, current customer here. Of course, not too long ago, I've pooped in my hand 3 times already this week. My cash bags have not shown up yet. What is that? Maybe because of the coronavirus? Maybe the system slowing down a little bit. What's going on?
You know, that's a really good question, Michael, and I appreciate you reaching out. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yes.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hold of headquarters for you because I so appreciate your business and where you've helped to bring Skill Master. I recognize is how important that you are to us as a company, just like the very essence, of who we are as our customers. And so I'm definitely going to see if I can get a hold of headquarters and find out, is it the Rona? Is it an issue, with execution somewhere along the line? But we're going to get you some answers. So be looking at your email inbox. Go ahead and check your junk mail now. It could already be there. And let us know, in the next day or two if your money bags have not arrived.
Okay, great. I'll circle back around to that. Thank you.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Hey, Amber, I think your timing in the COVID crisis is great. Is it true that
We're
you're
adaptable. Yeah, we're like,
you're going to
yeah,
give
we're always
MD
ready to pivot.
degrees out, but if they can prove they read 3 Facebook articles, that you will give them a medical degree? Is that correct?
Yeah, and it's actually going to be stamped and notarized. You may not want to completely submit that to real higher up authorities, but at this time, we are able to certainly get you through certain county hospitals, in places that have a lower population, that we're not seeing any issues there whatsoever. In bigger cities, New York City right now, it's actually they're taking volunteers. So if you're interested, just let us know. We'll get you a white coat, stethoscope that's out. We will, even for an extra $99.99, we'll go ahead and embroider your name on that white coat with the MD behind it. Not a problem. We've got you.
What if we spill jelly on the white jacket?
You know what? I feel like that only shows your dedication because you're working through your breaks. You know what I'm saying? Because this is who you are as a person. So I think that's totally acceptable. And it's really being embraced by the people. You are the people's doctor. You know what I mean?
Well, I
follow-up
actually
question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Gentlemen, we're
actually
gonna have
took
to call it quits in a second.
I actually took your $1,200 stain removal class, and it was really effective for me.
Great. That's what we'd like to hear, Jeff. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm going to have my people reach out to you. If you could give us a testimonial, that would be awesome for a website. Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael, did you have a question?
No.
Also, I'm not sure what happened to your eyes, but it's tragic. I'm really sorry.
Do you think your class could help that?
It really could. I think the Skill Master webinar for laptop webcam usage 101 could definitely help you out there for sure.
Okay. Should I poop in my hand one more time now while we're on the call and you can check that I'm doing this right, or?
Yeah, I think that's being recorded, so I'm not sure if that was is there an age limit on this?
I think it might go on our YouTube channel, so maybe we just, Wow, you guys. Oh.
Amber wins. Amber is the queen.
How many of you, just hands up, how many of you needed this half an hour of your life tonight, during the coronavirus, this amusement for the evening? This may be something that has to stick with us after social distancing, because this was maybe one of the most amazing events that the Biz Foundry has ever done.
I love it. And I can totally see this happening at Red Silo.
Yes.
Yeah.
With more beer.
Yes. I think that sounds like a great option, and I definitely will. Yeah.
Michael, did you just check your
He needs
teeth?
to go through your how to do a Zoom call course, because he struggles.
Hey, that one's on sale for $4.99 this month.
There you go. I think that one's we give you money for that one. Do we need to vote, or do we just know who won there? Because I feel like we're like the Brady Bunch.
I know the Brady Bunch. Do we all see the same people in the same direction?
I don't know if we're all in the same order or not.
I'm pointing at Amber.
No, you're pointing at Michael.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you, Andrea.
Okay, let's.
Nobody has a clue where they're pointing.
Okay, I'm putting it in chat.
You can vote in chat, and I've already promised those that had to present today that I was already going to take them to lunch because I needed great presenters. So, in my opinion, you all won. Thank you so.
Love you, Amber.
Does anybody have anything else that they'd like to comment or say?
This is fun. Let's definitely do it again.
Yeah. That was my
I
first
have
time
not-
pitching anything, you guys.
I'm not sure I have laughed this hard since probably the beginning of the quarantine. So yeah, I've never pitched anything either. So that was
Oh, yeah, you only pitch about
Just pulled
100
out at
things a
random that
day,
perfectly
yes.
matched your presentation.
yeah. Apparently I need to take one of my own classes.
The 17-part series.
Are you
Melanie
raising
has a question.
I'm going to ask Tiffany, how is it that you have these people who've never pitched anything, and you have your father who was a salesman for 30 years, and you didn't set him up to do this?
He might get to do it next time.
You should make
Well,
him. You're muted, Dad. You're muted.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can't think that improv, that's impressive. I don't think that fast anymore on my feet.
Set him up for a mattress pitch, Tiff, and
No.
that'd be good.
On the couch, so maybe you could.
Yep.
He's even given me advice on how to buy a mattress. So
I know.
All right. I really appreciate you guys. Like, seriously, this was, we kind of went through, the team was having meetings and we were like, what do we do? I talked to Amber and I was like, she like left me in the middle of the phone call and never called me back.
I was supposed to call you back, wasn't I?
Truly, no one wants to do this. So, but I'm like, I go for it. And I literally giggled to myself all day long making these stupid presentations. So you guys did great. I really appreciate you.
You're awesome, Tiff. We appreciate you.
It was a lot of fun.
I look
Very
at
impressive.
Melissa
Very impressive.
time too.
Good job.
I think
Cheers,
Amber
everyone.
says that you won. So.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I finished mine.
All right.
Once again, compliments of the Biz Foundry, Amber. You've won absolutely nothing.
Great sense of
Like,
self-satisfaction.
whose line is it anyway? Yeah. Points don't matter.
Yes, for sure. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Great.